And namaskara to each and every one of you here. So
Namaskar.
can we be in silence and complete our prayers in the next 1 minute before we start this session? Thank you. It's indeed a honor to be here on the fifth foundation day, and it is not by design but by divine will. We are meeting on a very, very auspicious day of the year, which is Aja Ekadashi. And whether we say Nada Yoga, Narayana, Yoga Nidra, Garbha Samskara, everything is connected to that one Sriman Narayana, whom we know as Mahavishnu in the manifested realms. And Ja means that which is born. So Janaki, you have the names. Aja means that which is unborn. So today we are all requested to gear up for moksha. All that which is stopping us from diving deep within and start our journey, we need to do that today. And what better day to even celebrate this, right? Every childbirth is like a liberation only for the mother, correct? So on this auspicious day of Aja Ekadashi, and let us start get deep into this topic. So what I thought was, given the time limit, I'm going to speak on five simple aspects which you could note down. One is this Ajay Ekadashi. So kindly pray. It is very connected with every Ekadashi is very connected with Garbha Samskara. So we have to be very, very cautious and plan consciously activities for that. So in our institution, on every Ekadashi, we do Yoga Nidra. For people who have studied with us, that is the way we connect with our alumni and teachers. So that is very important. So every Ekadashi, people who are pursuing Garbha Samskara, you can take it up as a sadhana. Okay. The second one is Nada Yoga based. Originally, before a music concert starts and when it ends, there is only one sound which goes, no, like the tanpura kind of a sound that goes. It's ultimate nada, which is heard by everybody when their mind is close to chitta vritti nirodha, because that is the only thing which people would, great yogis, listen to. And then the manifestation, the sounds, everything happen. Correct? So what we can do is, today being Ekadashi, and also Narayana's invocation through Nada is very auspicious. Let us all together at our own places right now, let us chant Om Namo Narayanaya 8 times. Is it okay for all of us? Whichever mudra you have, please, you have knowledge, please adopt that mudra. If you wish, you can adopt Yoni Mudra, which is more powerful, particularly with this subject. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 because the great saints like Kanchi Acharya, 100 years he lived, whenever somebody does namaskara to them, he would utter the word Narayana. So that is the power of this word. Everything, we are all representations like different waves of Narayana, same Narayana. And whatever people say, plus or minus about us, let us submit at the feet of Narayana. Okay, so this is a very, very important Ashtakshari mantra. And Narayana is very connected again with our Garbha Samskara and Yoga Nidra. And if you notice, there are a lot of suktams said, right? And one of the suktams is Narayana Suktam. In that, it is very clearly mentioned, Antar Bahishcha Tatsarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha. It means inside, outside, everywhere, it's only pervaded by Narayana. That kind of a one-pointed surrender and understanding we should have with divinity. The moment we feel we are separate, fear steps in. Where we get the cue from the teachers of Advaita Vedanta, they say, Dvitiyat eva bhayam bhavati. The moment you feel separate or there is another, fear emanates. So when like a sweet, completely soaked in that sweetness, like gulab jamun in the ras, we are inseparable with the divine. Once in a while, mind goes here and there. That's absolutely fine. We are not yogis, right? If we are already yogis, none of us will be in this session. We are all in the process of that. So we have to constantly get our memory back and to work out of fearless, we need to get connected with this kind of an approach that constantly we reaffirm. In modern day, it is called affirmation, right? I am this, I am that. It is being very popular. So why not we tell our own scriptural stuff which says when everything is Narayana, what is there to fear? So this is very, very important for us to understand. And then whenever the, the students are coming to you for Garbha Samskara, these children, these girls and women at the night, they can chant one shloka from Vishnu Sahasranama, which is Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham. That shloka, completely, if you teach them and tell the meaning that please be at peace and calmness. And when they are carrying, what they could do is keep their right hand and the this abdomen region, all of you know better than me, and have the left hand at your heart. This is the connection. And chant whatever you wish to chant, and the child receives. Like our olden day telephones used to have, can do like this. So you can connect from the heart to your child. It is not necessary that you are carrying. You are preparing your womb. This mantra can be said because it's like telling yourself, be calm, everything's going to be okay. And even if something is not okay, is also okay because that is the prasada we need. That kind of a mindset, the Vishnu Sahasranama mantra would give them. And all this happened, I think, thanks to Dr. Nutan. This day happened to be on Ajay Ekadashi. So if we do not connect Narayana, Ekadashi, all this, it becomes futile. And a funny incident happened between me and Dr. Nutan. When Dr. Nutan said, talk about Nada Yoga in pregnancy, autocorrect or something has happened. It said Narayana in pregnancy. Then I asked her, Doctor, is this right? She said, yes. Then again, I realized that Nada Yoga and Narayana, something computer did. We both didn't do anything consciously. Then I realized that Yoga Nidra is my subject. I've been studying for close to 2 decades now. And it is so connected with Narayana and Nada, right? So we said, let us touch upon all these three topics. But when I read the Panchang today morning, yesterday, I realized today is Ajay Ekadashi. So let us combine everything. Okay, so that is why. So thanks to Dr. Nutan for giving this space to explore all these three. And then in Nadabindu Upanishad, also it is mentioned. So I'm going to, it is the seventh verse in Nadabindu Upanishad, which says, Nada eva param brahma, nada eva param tapaha, nada eva param jnanam, nadat sarvam prajayate. Which means everything is sound. The moment I call Swati ji, immediately she will turn. So that is sound. Till you make a sound, everybody is calm. Moment you make a ask somebody, call someone, they turn. That is the power of a nama. That nama, we upgrade it to a mantra and start doing the japa. Let us all remember, nobody will come with us. Our parents can be there with us for some time. If at all we are married, our spouse can be there with us. Everybody has a time period they will be there. We are always inseparable from the divine. So we have to have this mantra sadhana as part of it. Whether we are teaching Garbha Samskara, not teaching Garbha Samskara, that is a divine grace if you are able to be in this field. Because we are bringing in responsible citizens into the world and mothers who can feel safe, loved, and secure in our company or in the sessions. So, mantra sadhana should be part of our personal routine. So, when we go out and take sessions, it becomes natural for you to explain about it and put your students through the mantra sadhana. So, without japa, everyday japa, there is no point in entering the session of Garbha Samskara either as a teacher or as a student. So this is the next aspect I thought I will put forth for your consideration. Then in the fourth aspect, I'm entering into the Yoga Nidra part of it. I wish that 3 points from Yoga Nidra, if each of you carry ahead, that would be great. And these 3 points, we have mapped it with the first three koshas. So when we give Yoga Nidra, first we have to make our students who are attending the session understand the difference between awareness and concentration. Dr. Deepak ji very beautifully said, no, we all prepare to start from dharana and go ahead. And some of the great siddhas and masters who I have met, they said, as people in the transactional life, like you and me living a life of a grihastha, if we could reasonably master at least one pratyahara process, that itself is akin to samadhi. Though Swami Satyananda Saraswati says and other masters say, any process from pratyahara is the first step to samadhi. For a grihastha, mastering pratyahara is akin to samadhi. Okay, so suppose we are seated in japa or puja, a child comes running to you for some help. You cannot tell the child that I am engaged in this, stay away for some time. This is how in India we lost spirituality to the complete rigid religious approach. So you have to engage and disengage at will without getting annoyed and irritated. For that, understanding of pratyahara is extremely crucial. And what is the easiest process to practice in pratyahara is Yoga Nidra. And in Yoga Nidra, first Annamaya Kosha is there. So how can we help the mother who is about to plan a child or a mother who is somebody who is carrying is first to help them relax in the Annamaya body level. Correct? One is you have quick relaxation technique, tightening the body, loosening the body, all that is fine. But original relaxation happens in the state of being, not in the state of doing. Doing gives you the sense that you are doing something, but only when you rest after doing, the original work happens in the body. Like when you make curds at home, you stir, warm milk with 1 spoon, one ladle of curd. That is doing. After that, you have to leave it. If you keep stirring or every day in the night you get up, open it and shake that, you will never get the curd in the morning. So there is a role for doing. And then the major role in becoming happens when you allow that stillness to be there. That is the state of being. So asana pranayama prepares us for right doing. From pratyahara, we prepare to withdraw and move to the state of being, which we need to provide to the would-be mothers and the mothers, women who are carrying. I am calling all of them as mothers. Because in our tradition, moment a girl child is born, she is called Ma only. Biological motherhood is a special duty given to her by the Divine Mother. And again, motherliness is not only to be confined to a female. A motherliness is aspect of anybody, any human. So we need to decondition our mind and understand things in this way. Is it okay? So now coming back to your Annamaya Kosha, when you learn the way the relaxation happens in Yoga Nidra, it is drawn from a Tantra concept called Nyasa. Nyasa has two meanings. One is withdrawal, another is placement. Okay, I am withdrawing money, that is also Nyasa, but I have to place it in a wallet or in my pocket or somewhere, right? So Nyasa has two meanings. One is withdrawal, another is placement. Now, how to combine this with the knowledge of awareness? Right now, we are all seated, right? How many of you are hearing sounds other than what I am talking? You can unmute and say. Yeah, Diksha. What are the sounds you are able to hear?
So I can hear the sound of the fan, ceiling fan.
Then,
Um, some vessels
hmm,
downstairs that are being because they are being washed. So I
yeah.
can hear this that sound.
So in the washing, what are all the sounds? Are you hearing water, vessel sound, any
Vessel
other sounds
sound.
also?
Vessel sounding.
Yeah. Any other sound?
Mm.
Vehicles?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Swatiji?
So I'm able to hear the sounds of passing vehicles on the road, some little droplets of water which are just falling outside my window,
Yeah,
some basic sounds around in the house, of course. All of these are, I mean, you are aware to the sounds, but I'm able to still listen to exactly what you're trying to communicate.
excellent. So you have simplified my work. Both Diksha and Diksha, you are very young, right? I am not calling you Diksha ji, okay? I am not in fond of this G, but still, out of respect, I call elders G and teachers also. So, because I was introduced that Swati ji is taking the session, I am calling her Swati ji. Okay. When you are just present, effortlessly, both of you are hearing to the sounds. You didn't make any special effort to hear the droplets or the vehicles passing by, or in your case, the fan or the washing of the vessels. You were there, the sounds were there, that's it. That stage is awareness. But when you choose to focus on the droplet, the vehicle, the vessels, the fan, that becomes dharana. That's the next stage. Why people feel tensed after a relaxation exercises, this difference is seldom taught to the students. We fuse the meaning of awareness, concentration, dhyana, everything together. Correct? I am very sorry to say 90% in the academic circle, they only teach for exams. Okay. We need to teach for practice. That is our Bharatiya Sampradaya. By practice, you listen, understand the theory, not the reverse. Correct? So now you understood what is the difference between awareness and concentration. In any relaxation technique, including Yoga Nidra, if we need optimum results, we need to just be aware. Okay, I will share some of the scripts and audio with Dr. Nutan later. Okay, but today we have time only to give you the ground for all this. So when we help people to relax through awareness of various body parts, which are derived from the ancient technique of Nyasa, an aspect in our brain called the little man. The little man in the brain begins to send relaxing vibes throughout the body. It is like a child coming to us from school, coming and saying everything to us. You don't need to understand, you don't need to listen, you have to be present there to receive everything. Then the child feels relaxed. Similarly, when you just give instructions to yourself or through an instructor and you are just present there, this mechanism of little brain in the brain discovered by the scientists help us to relax at the Annamaya Kosha level. Okay, I'm just giving you a bird eye view of how Yoga Nidra can help in Garbha Samskara. Then, when we shift from the body, the next kosha is the Pranamaya Kosha, which we are accessing through the breath. When we consciously become aware of the breath, again, I'm using the word awareness, we are not doing breathing exercises in Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is a step for being, not for doing. So we are available as a witness while the breath is observed at various locations in the body. Eventually, it triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, which during pranayama practices in the doing state, what is triggered by shifting to being state also, parasympathetic nervous system gets triggered. Once parasympathetic nervous system gets triggered, this technique along with your candle breathing and other you teach for the preparing the children, the kids for the motherhood, you can teach this just be there. What happens is rest and respond. The mind shifts from reaction to rest and respond. One more simple thing also happens, which is very profound. Suppose if reaction is the right response, that also is possible. So breath awareness helps us during Yoga Nidra to wake up the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, if you notice in our Bharatiya Sampradaya, all the Sampradayas, we ask them to read Srimad Valmiki Ramayana, so Sundarakanda. If you read Valmiki Ramayana, Sundarakanda, you will see the live commentary of what Hanumanji is doing there. It is like your live telecast. Just read it once slowly. You will be transported to that place. And this is one of the main texts which we can tell them to read. What if they don't have time or the access to read the entire text? There is something called a Sankshepa Sundarakanda, which is concise version, which can be practiced in just 10 to 12 minutes. Again, I will share that resource with Dr. Nutan. When you do that, you get the essence of it. Why is this important? The Manomaya Kosha works very well when you give visualization. That is why many relaxation techniques, they say you are by the stream, walking here, getting into the garden. Neuroscience also has figured out that we respond better to visuals which are kindled by the words, not just words. So the abstract words or a Vedanta session doesn't entice many of us because yet equivalent visual we are not able to arrive at. So how to arrive relaxation with the help of Manomaya Kosha while specifically teaching Garbha Samskara is giving them soothing visuals, and when they are ready to go deep, introduce them to Vishnu Sahasranama, introduce them to 32 names of Durga, Durga Dvatrimshan Namamala, Sapta Shloki, the essence of Shapta Shati, the 700 couplets is given as Shapta Shloki. Okay. Jnani Nama Pichetam Si Devi Bhagavati Hisa, that's 7 shlokas. Then Sankshepa Sundarakand. These are all the practical things which we can give the mother or someone who is preparing. While they are listening or chanting, they can follow this telephone method of left hand in the heart, right hand on their womb. This is also a preparation. Even before they are preparing to conceive the child, they can do this. And remember one thing, all of us have an inner child within. This also will heal our own inner child. We all walk with a lot of assumptions, issues relating to our past. They may be true for us, that need not be true for the child which is about to come to the world. The only insurance we can do without paying money is to give these things to our child. Okay, so this completes my fourth aspect, I'm going to take 2 more minutes and then hand over to Dr. Nutan. Now, suppose your students are ready to undertake a short pilgrimage before preparing to have a child. You can take down this formula. There are 5 places to visit in the south of India which are directly connected to the chakras. They are the 5 Shiva temples where the Devi is as powerful, like sugar and sweetness cannot be separated. Correct? Like that, Shiva and Shakti cannot be separated. They are there together. So these 5 places will prepare them to conceive and deliver a child along with all that you are teaching. First is the space has to be cleared. For that Chidambaram temple is where the space clarity for mind and the body will happen for the expectant or somebody who is wanting to become a mother, and encourage them to go as a couple. Then the sensation of touch is extremely important. Okay, because our ancient texts, particularly Tirumular's Tirumandram, which has a beautiful section on Garbha Samskara, says that the husband should approach the wife not out of lust but out of love. Please understand this. Then only we will get proper children into the society. Each has to approach with a sense of purpose. So, in our culture, marriage is not just for karma. Karma is an aspect of marriage, dharma. That is why the wife is called Dharma Patni. For us, dharma is more important. Karma is an aspect of dharma, not the other way. So ensure that the sensation of touch is very beautiful between them. For that, we have to send them to Sri Kalahasti, which is near Tirupati. Okay, I'm giving you the reverse formula. First is the space has to be cleared. Then that sensation of touch through the air element is amplified and they can get the blessings at Kalahasti. And then they have to go to Kanchipuram for earth element. There are a couple of places, but I'm telling these places because there still the 3,500 old mango tree is preserved by the government of India. After doing a lot of research, they have established it is the 3,500 old mango tree. From that, they have made the cut saplings and that tree is still there. That is the location where the marriage of Shiva, Kamakshi and Ekampareshwara. So the earth element, so their relationship and the pregnancy should be solid and stable. So send them there for blessings. To send them to Tiruvane Kaval, which is near. See, from where did you look? Hello? From where did you? I will start from there. Yeah. So till Kanchipuram, everything is fine. That temple, you're all fine. After that earth element, the water element is in Jambukeshwara near Trichy. Tiruvane is the temple name. There even today, the priest at 12 o'clock while we are talking, why I was so happy when Dr. Nutan gave me the time of around 12ish, because this time the priest dresses himself as the mother and walk towards Shiva. And the puja of cow happens. This is happening for thousands of years every day. It's happening. That is the water element. So the original copulation is going to happen after they visit these temples, because Swadhisthana Chakra is Jambukeshwara temple, which is in Tiruvane Kaval. Okay. Finally, I will repeat all the temple names. After that, final pit stop is Tiruvannamalai, where Ramana Maharshi showed us. There they can walk around the hill for that 14-kilometer spiritual walk. I will always send a couple who is asking where I should go to honeymoon to these places first. उसके बाद तिरुवन्नामलई से Chennai and Bangalore airports are closer. You go to Thailand, you go to Bali, you go wherever you want. Start your life after a spiritual honeymoon. And I want to deliver such a open message because it is very important how long we will keep these secrets under the carpet. It should reach the masses. So when I knew I am following Dr. Nutan's work for a long time, and here I have to thank Hema, Navita from they are Srimati Yoga alumni. They are here, and Hema pursued her studies with Dr. Nutan. And I have my IOA mates, Indian Yoga Association teammates, Vani, Geeta, and Malati here. Grateful for all the five of them. And this is the first time I'm opening out and sharing all these things. Because unless people have this knowledge, you will only go through the book knowledge, right? So I'm telling the temple sequence again. The first is Chidambaram to clear the space. Second is visit Sri Kalahasti for heightening the sensation of touch. Then go to Kanchipuram, the earth element, for solidifying the relationship, making it strong and preparing for the motherhood or the fatherhood. Then let them travel to Thiruvanekhaval, where there is a water element Swadhisthana Chakra. Last, they come to Tiruvannamalai because the child is held between this water and the fire chakra. Mother's womb is. And while Dr. was talking, right? Is it the temple names are okay? You all got it? Yeah. I had 4 lines suddenly coming out. The lines are saying like this: baked in the womb, naked till birth. Is everybody, every child is like that. But whoever undergoes the Garbha Samskara course through you and any of us in the world should clothe the child in love and bathe it in knowledge. Then we get responsible children to the society. Okay. So on that note, I thank each and every one of you for being patient and listening through this short talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for enlightening us with such beautifully told examples, stories, notes, and knowledge to us. There is so much to take back from what we have listened, and it so clearly tells us that what all has been written in our Upanishads in long back years, how modern people are actually willing to take it. And for example, you gave an example of the affirmations. So it has become a trend now to have affirmations and to feel positive. But it has already been written in our Upanishads how to stay so positive. And it's so nicely to hear from you that how you are bringing it to the present world, the modern world, this all knowledge that has been written years and years ago. And as you rightly ended, sir, it's so, so important that, you know, for clearing any pathway for any VIP movements, we always have a lot of security. Everything is in place so that the VIP movement goes so correctly. And for today's generation, the VIPs are the next generation. So how we will take them forward, how we carry them starts from even the thought when we think of bringing a future through us. So I hope that many of us will be really, really inspired from all this. And whether we are teachers or we are ourselves in that phase, but we will be taking this knowledge and taking forward. And just at this phase, I also remembered that Dr. Nutan, when I was doing a course with you, I always used to say, ma'am, it is a perfect course for a woman to take for a Garbha Samskar, but you need to start a course for a couple. And I have till date been saying her to do that. that, because it's not a responsibility just for the woman to do it, but the partner involved needs to be equally with her with all this knowledge and going with her. And after listening to you, I even more strongly feel to that, sir. So AYG Academy, a request to start a couple course as well whenever possible. Thank
Yes.
you. And yes,
Yes, I must say something, sir, you were asking to everyone what sound you are listening, what other sounds are coming to you. Yes, before you start speaking, there were so many sounds around it. But when you started it, it just your sound and listening you. There is no other sound, and that's how you are making so much powerful, impact. And this comes with sadhana, and we are so blessed today on this auspicious occasion. And you have reminded us all those, the time and correct. I actually didn't look into it कि आज एकादशी है, इतना auspicious day है. Automatically everything is happening, So I think it's a divine intervention only. And the topic which you have shared, what happened between us, that was really miraculous way it just turned out. And it's just the things. Thank you. There are a lot of new things I learned in this session, and definitely we will invite you again and again, because so many women and the couple are looking for it. So hopefully you will be, there whenever, our time matches. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
thank you very much. And yes, ma'am, as said, it was the well destined and just a perfect session to have on such a auspicious celebration day of AYG Academy as well. So to take it forward from here, we will be having